Oh, all right. Well, here we are. Kind of in my head about what to do. It's another late stream. Could have gone on earlier, but you know, trying to get. I don't know what it is. Today's a solstice. Solstice. Long day. You know, looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to holiday time, New Year's. So I haven't really been thinking about. I mean, this is that time of year where I think I kind of like I finish up my day of work and then I kind of set a goal to do some productive things after work, and then you know, it's almost like I'm like, just let me sleep or something, but no, I gotta get stuff done. And today so it's kind of unexpected chaos broke out, and then next thing you know, your whole flow is off. But we're here now, like we always are, like I always promise to be every night, drawing again. So let's get to it. Kind of exciting. I'm gonna do some warm-up stuff to start off. Let's see if this camera's working. Please be working. Oh, fantastic. Oh, my music is super loud, I just realized. Turned it down. I'm gonna mute my mic pretty quick, and we're gonna see how much we can get kind of warmed up and done. Just kind of doodling and figuring stuff out before I flip back to the work I have been doing over here. So this looks like a good spot for. Actually, the back of the page is a good spot for it. So let me just scoot this camera over here and we'll get started. Hopefully I don't shake up too much. Okay. My visuals are absolutely nuts today. Sorry if you're photosensitive. Let's get some ideas. I might change the music here soon. I'm not a huge fan of it. So to get some ideas, what am I gonna do? Let's go to. Just gonna see web pages I've gone to recently, and I am gonna select. I'm just gonna start going through and then randomly select a side page of a web page. And it's my favorite way of generating ideas for art is just randomly. There's people who have been on stream right now. Let's just go into. Come on, D&D Beyond. I want to type. Let's look around for the first word I see. Okay. Heretic. That's not getting me anything. Around. I am now seeing the word. You know what? I'm not really coming to anything here. This is a dead end, so let me find another generation method that I can pick up. I have an art and inspiration. We're going to go to Pinterest, and I'm going to find the first thing on Pinterest that kind of jumps out to me and start drawing from that just to get the warm up. My brain is just totally not thinking of anything to draw. Which is odd. I specifically kind of was like, I'm going to be creative today and come up with things, and you get here. So let's kind of roll down and click on this. This is something I haven't checked out in a while. And it looks like we're about to be playing with geometric forms a little bit, and we'll see what we get done. All right, let's. Let's get going. 6 minutes in, we finally get drawing. It's been worse. Okay. Found a little low poly inspiration board for me when I was doing 3D art for a while. I was using this low poly board to give myself some ideas for what exactly I want to do. Specifically interested in low poly art, so. There's a few little houses on here, so I'm just going to take parts of each house and try to construct a new super house that is awesome. Hopefully that helps me get into the mood for the next bit of this, which is like actually working on existing artwork that I keep saying I'm gonna finish, so we actually gotta do it. I feel like my whole day at work is objects like this, like cylindrical things. Some days. I think I'm working on something for the Dremel company. Not 100% positive. I don't always get to know my clients. Sometimes I just talk to an intermediary and I work with an attorney to do the artwork for them. I don't know who the artist is for this, but they did not draw this house with a chimney. I cannot abide. All of my houses have chimneys. They got it, right? How to draw smoke. Just like that. That's smoke. Alright. I'm already starting to feel a bit more confident, so I can actually go work on the things I have been working on for a while. Get the doodles out of the way. Uh-oh, there goes the camera. Come back, camera. You're plugged in, you shouldn't have a low power. There we go. Satisfying noise of my camera connecting. At least once per stream it happens. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna do some character doodles next. This is a little study of a place. This feels done to me, as in I've done this 100 times. I'm bored. I want to really quickly just base out the home. Ugh, that's awful. It's a little better. Well, chunky pencils making it hard to draw steps and detailed things, but actually look up how to draw a dock. You know, the floating docks that kind of go up and down with the tides. In any case, let's move on to the character stuff. It's a little bit more fun. Really quick characters just to get me going. Push that up so you can see. Yeah, it looks terrible. I'm gonna get a real pencil at some point. Stop working with this thing. I love working with it though. I can rely on it. What else? I'm sketching in a totally wrong spot because my camera's fully zoomed in right now. That looks bad. Smaller head, please. There you go. Alright, let's get back into the real art. Alright, this is a good warm up. What, 15 minutes? Really just 10 minutes of drawing. Alright, as always going back to this thing. And then yesterday we did like a kind of a teaser. I kind of worked on it, / didn't work on it. Trying to cover up this a little bit. Add another layer of white to it. Should be just about gone. Should probably erase the area around it, but it is what it is. Get that cleaned up. Boop. Alright. Get the pens I don't want to use. Find the pen. The pen I super don't want to use. And the pen I actually want to use. What's going on with the background there? Especially with a video going. Alright. I see what's going on. I'll fix that really quick. Is my video even playing? No, it paused. There we go. Alright, time to draw. We're already fully zoomed in, so I could bring the camera a little closer, so I'm going to actually turn this slightly. Okay, didn't like that. Let's see how messy it got up here. And we're going to drop in low. You should be able to see me draw a little bit. Let me bring down I got another light so we're not. I'm going to change my desk height so it'll bring the lights a bit closer. Come on. Just let these go up. Bring the camera over. Perfect. This is good. A little bit of shadow here, but it's whatever. What am I gonna draw? What am I gonna focus on here? I get this village here that I've been kind of digging into every stream. Probably because it's right in the foreground. I am gonna start with, let's do some elements for it. So I have a sort of well area here, and I've been building up a village around it. So I got like a major home, another smaller home, kind of like cottages. This one's like a 3 or 4 story. But let's do some in the background to just kind of fill out the background a little bit. I kind of sketch those in, looks like, so it's time to finish them up. Gotta stay consistent with my door heights for this little area. And I'm gonna turn off my mic while I draw these things. And I'm gonna change my music, so look forward to that. trying to find good music, and there's just not it. I'm not finding it. Might have to go to some tried and true stuff. Give me a second here. There we go. Alright, this'll do it. decided to turn off that visual. It's just like when I'm doing really fine, small, detailed work, I just realize how extremely distracting it is, and I was like, that's not good. So we're gonna turn it off. If you like it, complain about it, and I'll turn the visuals back on. But for now, I think we're gonna stick to this. Trying to compare some of the scales I've done between windows and objects like doors, between the upper and lower area of the drawing. It's a little bit of a discrepancy, but it's nothing major. So the whole building here, I think I'm actually gonna have a huge overhang. Give it like a big overhang. I'll have some points come down. This whole area is kind of a jumble to me. I don't know what I was thinking while it was getting drawn, but it is really disorganized looking, and I can see where I was trying to draw some trees in the background and stuff like that, but they just didn't come through. Makes me wonder if I should just work on the natural island parts of this. Excuse me. I'm gonna zoom out. Oh man, I'm really tense today. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna zoom out so we can see more of it, and that should. I mean, I look at the stream too, so that should help me figure it out a little bit. I'm gonna bring it closer to me. Yeah, I can kind of see the stuff I was trying to do. This structure is just kind of like designed at a different scale from this structure, these closed-up structures, so I'm gonna have to go in with an eraser and really kind of annihilate a little bit of that area and kind of redraw back in some details. I have some ideas for how this could be like a bigger scale area while still kind of keeping a general shape here. Let's see, I'm thinking kind of a tiered roof like this. Or perhaps, I don't want to do a mansard roof. I don't really like... Mansard roof is something I see around in my area a lot. It just doesn't really do it. Too like a barn. Too much like a barn. I like a little bit of that architecture like this. I mean that I have windows off to the side like that. I think I would change how the top of this structure looks. I mean, this area here is enough for like 2 levels, so this is a little bit further set back. This kind of looks like it's sliding down this hill, so I've got some corrections to make with this, and I really want to get a better pencil to try to draw those in. But right now I'm just going to kind of let myself know, this area. I'm going to sketch it out a bit more before I stream and ink it. I don't like how it feels. I'm kind of like doodling in this village, so that's my cross to bear. And of course we have to deal with this, so I have to find a way to put micro details in it, because you can't have some micro details up here and not put micro details down here. Though I was thinking I could just use black, and the black would cover up a lot of details here, but it would give this village more dark feel to it, which is kind of something I want. So, I don't know. Take a look at it later, I guess. I've been kind of stalling and spinning my wheels on this particular sketch for the past, 2 days. So I almost want to back up and see what else there is to do. So I'm going to zoom away from this. I like this concept a lot. I just gotta figure out this upstairs area and probably a little bit more of the village. I'm gonna spread some village over here So I really like the triangle shape. It does sort of, it's a great visual cue for people to see and be like, oh, I'm supposed to look up. Subconsciously, you think that at least. It's typically how that works. So I'm trying to remember also, trying to draw in indicators of just how many floors each of these ends up being if I do certain things. The idea of doing silos. I don't know how well that would do. I don't know how much that makes sense. I think I might put silos over here, actually. It makes a bit more sense with the world that I'm trying to design. And silos can take up a lot of space while being, like... They tell a little bit of the story while not being too distracting. I don't know if I want my silos to look like this. We'll figure it out. Look up like grain houses. Maybe just a big wide silo. Nah, it's too distracting too. This would be a fair size. In any case, I'm spinning my wheels again, so I should leave this drawing alone. I keep saying I'm going to do an earlier stream. I really mean it. I want to get on here a little bit earlier. Can't do too much over here because it's all white out. So I'm going to run into issues if I keep... I wanted to do the medieval tiered home where the upper floors are larger than the bottom floors over here. Because it makes sense. They've got a really small footprint for the house, so the classic technique would be to sort of like technique that would have been used at that time would be to draw out the home. So it's sitting on this really small foundation, but it has a larger upper floor. It's maybe pushed out a couple feet, but in this case it's maybe a little bit more. Because this everything is kind of like push the extremes, because we're playing in fantasy and we can. Before I had just a really narrow home here, and that just doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're going to build your house here, why are you building your house here? So I have to come up with a little bit of that story. What do I do? I like the idea. Maybe this is just a shelter or like part of a bridge. Maybe it's a dock of a sort. Perhaps there's a second branch that comes off from here. And now we have like this weird support structure with guy lines, or not guy lines, but I think it is guy lines coming down from the tree to kind of almost like stabilize this structure here. That kind of seems like an interesting little bit of storytelling to put in there. This thing needs a bit more storytelling. I'm thinking giant skeleton is embedded in the earth where this mountain is raised up. Maybe this has something to do with it, why it's up here. Who knows? It's just something to kind of get the brain cooking on ideas. I'm kind of going to play with a little bit of geometry of this cliffside. How did we figure that out? I was thinking there'd be like a chasm here. Oh, excuse me, like an opening. as there would be also here is another cave. So I put a letter C there, and so maybe the cave goes around the back for real. And I know I was going to put crystals coming out of it. I have this rib cage kind of drawn in here. It's another cool concept. We have coral in the ocean. When it's coral in the sky, what would that look like? Would it be crystalline? This crystal is like densified elements, so dense elements kind of forming the structures that they normally take. I wonder if I could maybe look at the crystal structures of some like noble gases, and that could be an interesting thing to play with. As far as like how I set up my geometry here. Ooh. I know some like something kind of resembles limestone buildup and stuff like that. Like almost like cave formations. No, those are some ideas to run with next time I get back to this. I need to go back and revisit some older stuff that I just didn't finish. There's some drawings further back in here that I really would like to touch on again. We have our town here. This is a little bit more manageable of a scale to draw at as far as like details on the structures. I mean, I have like a window here, right? So I can just kind of do the little inside lip of the window and then simply just do that. And I've got a window. Maybe it's I'm gonna do shingles. I'm just gonna draw some like almost like ocean wave bumps on here. We've got shingles on this structure, which I think I determined is like some kind of bakehouse, some sort of kitchen. And I drew this huge pipe coming off it, and I think I got sidetracked and it just never got finished. Here I do want to imply that there's stonework, so something like that, and then directional shading just to like help out with that sense that we're going back somewhere. Cool. I've got some whiteout areas over here that I dried, and I can kind of reinforce them with another layer. I don't remember everything I was doing. Let me get this actually flowing again. The white is usually very opaque, but I kind of have this thing where it's sitting right up against a sort of very light background, so it's going to show up a bit differently. It'll take some time to dry. I'll probably add a second layer to this area up here. Just really lightly adding white to things so I can draw over them and correct them. Ugh. I'm in a talking mood, but I'm also super not in a talking mood. I have no idea. Some stuff going on over here. What am I getting? What's this? Take a look at the multi-stream. Nobody on YouTube. I've had a few lurkers I'm seeing kind of show up again and again. Thank you for that. Helps with the visibility a little bit. Got any questions about materials or what I'm working with, go ahead and ask. I think I set my settings for AMA on this one, so from the tags. Some of these details are just getting really busy. Yeah, I think I'm just making it a little too busy. I'd probably do better with like digital textures, like scanning this in and having some textures that way. I've got a few things going on up here that I want to flesh out. I think I'm just going to make a bell on this. So I'm just going to do it. I'm not sure about this wall here. It looks kind of sloppy. I'm not a big fan. So I'll have to figure out this like small wall that comes down. I think it should, in the very least, kind of extend this way. And we kind of end at this kind of crevice, kind of pit thing. The idea for this particular fortress came from the sort of mythology surrounding, I think it's Haska Castle in was it the Czech Republic? It's Czechoslovakia? One of those places? Sounds right. Which has supposedly has a fissure running through it, and then in the fissure is like this like endless well that just kind of goes down, and they think it's a gateway to another realm. You can probably guess which realm they think it's to. But I wrote the start of a campaign around that a while ago. kind of semi-based on the true stories. Yeah, I think I need to imply more texture instead of outright drawing it. Not sure how much longer I'll actually be hand drawing some of this. I think I should switch to digital, and then I can kind of go in and make more mistakes and be a bit more free and not have to worry about being confident about every single stroke I make. There's a like an observatory here. You can kind of see like a telescope sticking up or something. I'm still kind of not sure about that. I think I'll put some arched windows over here. Just make these black. Yeah, I don't know, I feel really stuck on these drawings lately. I don't really know how to proceed with them. I know I want to put a mill here. I want to put a lot of trees over here. That's like a time-consuming drawing activity. I really just want to take like a few weeks to focus on just my art for a while. The more I do this, the more I want to like take a break from work and just kind of like work on this stuff. Figure out what directions I want to go to, set up some bigger projects, pre-sketch up some stuff, and then we can like kind of stream inking them, because I think it's just fun. Inking is the most fun part, the idea and the making of the idea. Nobody has really responded to me as whether they think about that as like an interesting part of drawing or not. But, yeah. We're getting close on an hour. I promised I'd stream a little bit longer, but I'm just kind of like I can draw stuff, but it doesn't mean I feel super energized about it. So for a while I was, but I don't know if it's the long day or the long nights or what it is, but just kind of feeling drained, really drained at the end of the day. So. Yeah, we're hitting an hour. I'm gonna taper off. I'll do some of these trees probably off stream. Get a little forest going over here. Have that be done so that it's not something that folks have to sit through. If you're watching. I feel like I'm really scratching it out too. Like it's not the best way to draw it, but I think I'll do some more. What am I going to do next time? I'm going to keep this up. That's my idea, is to just kind of plan out dungeons. I know I'd planned out dungeons in the past on the stream, and that was just fun. It's fun for me. more fun than trying to get some of these bigger projects done, which have no deadline. They're just mine. So. But I'd like to have something to like post online at some point. I don't know what's going on here with this bridge. It looks really sloppy. I feel hesitant to continue on the path I'm going on where it looks like I'm drawing every little brick. So I'm thinking that certain areas I'll finish drawing out. Like I'm going to finish, let's do some little village elements over here. We'll do some light ideas of what the mountains in the background will look like, and then I'm going to transition from drawing pen and paper to drawing on my computer. I'm going to save as many of these hand-drawn elements as possible because they look good. Like zooming in on them, and yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Probably take several photos of this. Let me just kind of adjust the angle here. I might have to go digital for a while too on the stream. I like drawing by hand, but like there is an issue with my drawing setup where it looks like it could break at any moment, and I don't have money to buy like a new gooseneck at the moment. Well, we just went through Christmas, you know. I was maybe a little generous this Christmas, so. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Hopefully next stream I can actually just focus on one thing and feel good about what I get done. We might move away. I've been kind of half starting and finishing things for a while, so I want to actually finish some stuff. You know, could be this. This looks like something I could easily finish if I just kind of sat down and worked out some of these elements. Actually, let me change my camera. Maybe I can think about some of that today. I've got this wall going. Camera. This. Camera. Select. Ultra wide. Yeah. Now we're gonna zoom in. There's elements of this I could work on. There's some stuff over here I want to figure out. Some stuff over here, which is supposed to be, I'm going to do a lot of natural growing elements. And yeah, I don't know. I'm tired right now. It's like closing in on midnight for me, and I don't know. I just feel like I've had a long day. But hey, if you're here and you've kind of sat through all this, hey, you've been a trooper. I don't know if this was a good one. There can't always be good days, but there are always drawing days. So, you know, whether you draw something really nice or finish anything, I don't think it really matters so long as you're actually drawing. Solving problems visually and working out how things should look is part of the process, and there are going to be days where you're stuck and you're not quite sure what a thing should look like or how to finish or how to attack a certain thing. A lot of these start off as doodles, and now they are, you know, turning into things I'm holding a bit more precious, and so I take my time on them a little bit more and think them through a little bit more. I think it slows things down. It's not as exciting, but that's sometimes how it is being an artist. Stuff I do professionally, for some reason I'm just way less precious about it. I'm always proud of it, but I'm not as concerned with getting specific ideas down. And whenever I draw stuff like this, I'm really concerned about my story and how is it visually interesting. And it's not that I don't practice those things when doing professional work, but the work I do professionally is less story and more graphic, you know,
illustrating a process or showing how a thing is done or giving an example of something. So it's a little bit more straightforward, whereas I think I tend to go a bit more abstract in the idea, try to take some abstract idea and draw it into something more concrete. It's a little bit more difficult, but
in any case,
and then add in the extra hurdle of only using black and white and not a lot of shading in the kind of gray tones in such a sense. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you like this, or if you're looking for me to really attack something new, I'm always here to. I'm like looking for suggestions. If people are like, "Hey, I don't care if you finish. Just draw something new. More interesting. Do portraits." I read that stuff, and if somebody wants a demonstration of a certain technique, I read that stuff. It'd be a nice break from stressing myself out over getting some ideas finished. But everybody, happy winter solstice, Vinox, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know. Go set something on fire and hope the sun find its way back into the sky for longer, because I think we all could use that. Alright everybody, so I am done tonight, but you can come back tomorrow and find me here for day 32 of drawing every day. Good night. Oh man, my voice is really fried.